In time to do it again. Fucking live once again in the portal, Rogers, Arkansas. Everybody got to fly with the portal. Everybody got to fly through the portal. I look like one of them fucking B-52s. Let's see. Check this out. Zip. It's a drone. Oh my god, it's the biggest fucking drone I ever seen in my life. What a drone. Big old airplane. Anyway, drones, airplanes, UAPs. Why did they call them UAPs like they're supposed to? Sorry, the cold sore. Nervous sore going fucking the other day. What do they call them UAPs? What happened? What's the deal with fucking active denial systems shit? I mean, they can take things out kinetically without exploding stuff and spreading debris or fires or anything. Especially when all these drones are run on electric or free energy anti-gravity tech. If I knew my friends, they'd be running their anti-gravity coil fucking AI self-autonomized drones. What they're gathering, I don't know. What I know what it is, it's fucking it's a free for all in the drone fucking stock market right now. There's a few companies leading the military drones, but what it is a bunch of penetration testing, like what they're doing with the AI. And I don't know what the fuck Congress and everybody and our military brass. Well, I know what it is. They wouldn't be doing this if this is the middle of the administration. This is the end of their administration. They're like burning fucking everything. Get the fuck out of there. You know. They just released the 75-year hold on the FDA files to the the thing everybody got. There you go. And everybody knows what that is. You know. Now, like I said, I found a way to say it here without getting a strike. So everybody that got the real thing, the real thing, is emitting a Bluetooth signal that you can't pair to because there's no UUIDs to it. There's no user interface, but I believe there is. It's just frequency is the interface. Basically, everybody's walking Bluetooth tag. Put out what kind of information through that, IP address or WiMAC address with a WiMAC address. It's basically a simplified WiMAC address, an ACI or binary. It's ACI code, I believe, or hexadecimal. WiMAC address on that frequency. So you have a WiMAC. You have see what they're not telling you with this research is that the WiMAC address be addressed to any frequency type, and then a specific number on that frequency tag, frequency range. So you can have unlimited amounts of WiMAC addresses, Bluetooth identification numbers. It's not like Social Security numbers. It's more varied than that. So, like I said, when the people are compromised, whatever's in them, it will drop the signal. Or if they're cremated, they've been cremated. The signal will drop for a second and pop back up new numbers. Still identifiable by the biometrics if it is going through to some collection place somewhere. If it's not just strictly for fucking homing tags for headhunter drones, let's not hope that. But now what the NIH, Nature, PubMed come out published, and I put it on my post, my community tab, was that this CRISPR can be ionized now and aerosol, basically. Once it's ionizable, it's aerosolable into water vapor. And then once you got the new Saudi Arabian mass manufacturing of the graphene oxide plant there in Saudi Arabia, where they can release it in a dust storm. The excess graphene oxide nobody buys, it's not pre-programmed or anything, or it can deliver itself to the atmosphere to the buyers of this graphene oxide. In fact, you can have massive graphene oxide fucking collector thing, like those deals you should drop a coin down and spin through the vortex. The cone. Sorry, into the money bin, and you're like, oh, I could lift that thing up, get all quarters out of there, pennies. Or you ever see somebody getting arrested for fucking getting money out of the wishing well in the park? Anyway, what was I talking about? Hold on. All right. Well, you guys just popped in. You have to go back and get the good shit because I was pretty much done talking about the good shit. Oh no, what? So they can aerosol and ionize the CRISPR now, which is manipulated by ultrasound. Now, ultrasound is like below our brainwaves. Okay, real low frequency, and then you get our brainwaves. Then we get up into higher hertz level, up past 10,000 hertz. You can't hear that frequency. Then you get high frequency. So you got kilohertz, right? 1,000 gets megahertz. Now 10,000 gets fucking gigahertz. Okay, then the terahertz. Then you get up into the goddamn infrared, microwave, and gamma ray, all that shit. Right. So you think terahertz would be the highest range of the spectrum. Terahertz is the highest range of the low frequency spectrum. Now we can program this shit with light, infrared, frequency, pre-programmed, self-assembling, CRISPR, integrated with the fucking graphene oxide, free energy. You guys have no fucking idea what you're dealing with, and have been for over 20 years, maybe 40. Maybe this whole time we've been here for the past fucking 100,000 years. You have fucking no idea. This planet, this floating organism, like the rest of the organisms out there, we are but a small microcosm part of this. And a lot of us have been doing this a long time. Call us intergalactic farmers. We've been farming, caretaking for way longer than what humans can fucking conceive of. So Wayne Steiger was out, oh, we've got this great group and we're synchronizing so well. Yeah, they fucking killed millions of us or them or people to find us, to isolate us. We are being isolated. And none of us are being manipulated. All of us can see this. All of us can see this. The ones with the shit in them that are emitting a fucking non-parable Bluetooth signal because they didn't want to lose their fucking job. They had kids to feed. Maybe some of them got out of it with having sex with the fucking security guard. I don't fucking know. They didn't like it. That's not what they signed up for. They signed up for a goddamn prevention to an illness, not a motherfucking radio frequency tag. Frequency tag. Let's not get into radio frequency. Let's not just start nitpicking this shit together. You didn't go to the doctor or forced to go, some of them people in jail, to get something that they knew what they were giving you via your fucking social security number or some random fucking testing that they were doing. We'll give this one placebo. We'll give this one the real thing. Fuck yeah, we have, Debs. Before this happened, before 2020, we've seen this. But not like that. Not like, you know, we've all seen the why is that happening in people's eyes, in animals' eyes. Why is, and then acceptance. Well, with these people, especially with the kids that have been masked, you'll see no last end acceptance. It is sheer instinctual terror because there's nowhere for them going. They're not going anywhere. They expect to see that light or see at least something. Oh, there's not that last minute. You know what I'm talking about, Debs? You seen it? You seen it? Yeah. hmm From the fuckery. Let's not get technical. Let's not nitpick this shit. From the fuckery. From the fuckery. Now, guys, I'm missing my front teeth. They finally, when I was out there in the field, I called it because I was basically pretty much all the time gathering CSV files on that ElectroSmart app with everybody's goddamn signal around fucking here. Plus in Eureka Springs for about a year and a half, I got tourists from around the world. So I got so much goddamn fucking dirt for a class action lawsuit on these Bluetooth signals being in people against their will and testimonies to prove it. Once we identify all the signals that I have on my fucking files. Okay? So how much is that worth? And I've given it all away. I told everybody how to do it and how to find it, but not my personal device CSV files from me traveling around doing surveys constantly for a long time. So you can't tell me that if you took the shit, had ill effects, and now you go out in the middle of the field, you ain't got nothing on you but your device and turn it on, find Bluetooth. And there's some Bluetooth signal out in the middle of that field with you, right on you. You can't pair to it. It's got numbers. You do it the next day, it's the same fucking number, Unless you get high on fucking meth real bad. I mean, real bad. And it's not a little bit it's going to do it. You got to be doing it. It's from what I've monitored for these people. Because here where I live, there's a bunch of meth heads. All my friends were. But I was like, wow. And I noticed that one night. I was like, Jesus Christ, I ain't tripping. It took me 3 days to fucking 3 days to fucking think I was freaking the fuck out seeing shit. Because I was like, how is these two girls dropping their signals? The first was a gal that had her friend come over the next time, dropping their signals, and then I'd seen it in other places. Uh, this is not medical advice, but if you have them signals in you, uh, like I found some sort of radiation treatment that you get for cancer, and the organs will kill it, and you can you can spoof it by I think because 4-methyl ammorex is a salt basically. You might be able to take it like a high-powered magnesium Epsom salt bath or something, or you know, notwithstanding getting a hold of 4-methyl ammorex, before or whatever. That's not medical advice. This is what I thought I had found when I was out there with my device and everything, and interviewing people about the whole thing. For the whole time I was homeless, before I got back home, before I got back into my portal. See, if you run Rogers, Arkansas through the Geometrics website, have the little Sultan hat, it's portal. And then I got on the, I'm familiar with USGS topo maps. So I got on the topo maps and I found where it was. You know where it is? Portal, Rogers, Arkansas, the portal where they fly through right over here. They fly right up here, right because this whole area from way over there down to Turtle Creek is some sort of fucking old, and Barrow Grounds is back up there where the ball field is now, Steerless Prairie. It's old Indian Barrow Grounds, and I don't know the way they laid out the USGS and the circuit city tree, the Circuit City tree, right? All big cities look like circuits. So, and the water, with the water, the sewage, not so much like Dustin says the electrical lines, but they have a play in it too. They've laid this all out. They had this information before, all this cohesive information that they knew uh, before they laid all this out. Oh, I pulled these out myself. They were dental work. They had its caps on them, but I got hit. Them big trucks followed me back from Kansas, and there was big fucking trucks. They always have an empty trailer, big old goddamn, 4-wheel drive new truck, and you can hear the fucking engine diesel, but they've got like a cyclotron in front of them, or a scanner device, and you can feel when you've been hit with radiation. If you go spend any time underneath a damn cell phone tower in the middle of like Christmas Eve when the fucking shit's busy, when it's hot, see during high, like you could DDoS a guy, you can DDoS a cell phone tower and fry it out and cook everybody around there. Anyway, but you hang out underneath a cell phone tower during a holiday, you'll fucking find out. Using organized piece, it helps handling. Have I been buffering anything? I'm out here away from the router. I'm out fiber optic. This new phone cost me $48, but it's free government shit. I'm retired. I'm disabled. My neck's gone. See, I got this generation of fucking. I hurt all the goddamn time, and I felt better when I was living in a truck. Not cleaner, but got my haircut. But uh, I had a 500-yard perimeter around me for about 2 years. I'd see him on my goddamn monitoring systems. Like all the signal detection apps you can get, and audible frequency detectors. Spectroid, and ElectroSmart. Two best motherfucking apps you can have. These motherfuckers, dude, they gonna fuck around until they find out, and that's just what this place is about. It's just us watching them fuck around and find out. Some of us have been here a long time. I mean, some of us have been here a long time. Some of y'all have been here a long time. Some of us have been here before a long time. Yeah, it ain't our first radio, and it sure ain't our fucking hundredth rodeo. It's gotten. But I just don't want to fucking think about it. I see where this is going. Uh, Man, like I said, I keep going back to that. Uh, the day the Earth stood still movie, where the self-replicating, carbon bugs break out, fucking just go everywhere, and that's what it'll be. Because everything in nature is self-replicating anyway. Because of the sun, because of that thing right there. That radiation causes mutation in, with the amino acids and nuclear, all that bullshit. This is a chemical soup, and then there's shit that's living in the crust for like fucking thousands of years, millions of years, organisms. You probably do, Debs. It's just so convoluted, and there's so many of them that your brain can't pick out exactly like specific past lives. Because really, to us, these human lives, these flesh bodies are nothing. Those of us that have known for the whole lives, you know, it's not about past lives. It's like we're incarnate of these Nephilim or these angels. there's not a whole lot of us. Some of us can control the weather, animals, people, and we're happy. I'm happy. This is my mom's place, but I bought it, paid for it all. My mom don't work. She ain't worked in fucking 20, 30 years. Me and my dad died, and I started paying out of it. And then I just broke down. We live on my disability and her fucking Social Security, which she didn't have tax credits to get. My son just pays the internet bill, and he's wanting to move out. But I'm probably put some tiny houses out here, like one there, two, three tiny houses here, and then move a couple of my uh, move my old best friend's buddy's sister in somewhere, and maybe like do mission work for homeless temporary or something. But I'm nonprofit. I, I was doing that news, Deep State Watchdogs. I ain't signed back into it yet, or my Facebook, and I'm just doing this shit here on this channel. This new phone, I can get another Google account tied to a phone number. But I got access to all my files now and shit like that if I want. They're waiting for me to run all that shit through the fucking AI and a certain uh, drip to the AI. Well, my mom took care of me my whole life. Well, all the women in my family took care of us, but uh, no, I growing up, I was working in my grandma's restaurant when I was 9 years old. I worked my whole life. I'm fucking worn out. And did flooring installation for 24 years, and my mom's a fucking uh, slave driver. We planted all these trees, but uh, Debs, I knew you from years ago. You hang out on Monograph, and I know where you go. I've been retired since 2018, basically, and then um, um, Monograph's a good guy. He's getting demented a little bit. Got that dementia going on, I think. Last night he was going on, man. I was like, Monograph, dude, could, you need to teach kindergarten class because you're drawing all the shit going. And if you turn the M sideways, it's a goddamn lightning bolt. I'm like, yeah, Monograph, you been going to the fucking mushroom store up there in Colorado again, ain't you? Here, I'll show you. Look, it's as simple as this. This big U magnet I've got. But for that, I'll show you here. Look, it'll feed the birds. It's behind Gandalf. I mean Odin. Feed the birds. I got to get more seed. That's just a little earthquake mitigation device. We are in a portal. I am in the middle of the thing. And then I got my big U magnet. Let's see. Let me turn this around. Got my big U magnet, seeing if any of the bird poops or anything pooping out uh, magnetic shit or anything. Magnet. Big U magnet I got in the water and bird seeder, and then Odin. I got to get him another light, but he lights up at night. Odin or Gandalf or Odindolf or whatever. Squirrel. But yeah, they got to fly over the portal here. They always do. I don't know. It's some kind of it's on the flight stuff. If you have all the options on, you can see all kinds of shit they don't show you on the map, USGS maps and stuff. Those big trees, big down. Underground Railroad, where hunters made this. Yeah, they're exiting me off here pretty good today. That means there's going to be some weather coming in, and because that always happens prior to a low pressure front moving in, and then maybe some solar activity going on. See that one? That one? He see him? He ain't leaving a trail. He's about the same altitude. Where's he at? There he is. Where let's see that sucker. Oh, have goodness. Zoom on this thing. Be quiet. Hey, I'm doing a live stream. Blue Jay, what? You want fresh water? Send a Blue Jay up there. Seeds or water? Yep, they're just saying they're over here. The trees. Probably ought to get them some water. It's ice out of water. Okay, I will. They're like, get the ice out of the bird bath so we can have birdie bath time, please. That's another good thing for that magnetic stuff. Ice out of there. Anyway, they can aerosol the CRISPR outside the lab doors now, and then it gets up there like that, and then they could spray the activant, the activation stuff out of the turbojet things or whatever, the contrails, the contradictory trails. Time the trailing it to oh outlawed what? Aircraft emissions? What are they going to outlaw? Aircraft emissions? What about drone emissions? What about unidentified aerial phenomenon emissions? So we're going to outlaw that shit too. And if they leave it, we got to shoot them down with a non-kinetic fucking electromagnetic pulse railgun weapon. We're going to infect their country with a weirdo 19ES novel bacteriophage that sterilizes the male population when they get inoculated for something specific. Is that what we're going to do? So we can move into Africa later and take over all the goddamn northern part of the desert that's being rained on right now, that's good cropland that China's already got ops set up in, so they can feed their people whatever grows out there, which is the new seeds they've been digging up out of the ground alongside the CERN Hadron Colliders that they say they made. I would put them things up in the fucking air instead of underground, wouldn't you? You get a mass effect up there. What are you going to do underground? That's just where they got covered up. They were actually up in the air. See, our neutron star in the middle of the planet gives us the power to construct technology that will bring in material en masse. The unidentified pre-meteor shower asteroid debris field we're in right now gives one pause to look at the dates some of those were discovered. A bunch just recently, and then there was some distinct ones that were named a long time ago. You'll find real funny anyway. Radar pulse technology. Dutchess found it. Dutchess didn't find it. Our damn military did. The Germans did. Putin just said the other day, he goes, I remember my days working in Germany. He was KGB agent at the time. I was What, the 80s. I was a kid playing Nintendo, listening to Mario Brothers. Do 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 you know that MK Ultra fucking tune. I had an Atari for a wandering eye. My eyes, why I still wander today. I still got a wandering eye, and when women are around. Yep, and Mint he found out about it. They lated him. Yeah, they lated him. They kicked him off of Facebook yesterday, and then he left X, I guess, or they kicked him off of X. I don't know what he hadn't been able to say on YouTube. He's scared to say what it was for. I don't know what he's been doing on Facebook or X for him to get kicked off. He hadn't been doing anything on YouTube to get kicked off of YouTube. Yes, we're waiting in suspense to see what it is because I ain't getting back on Facebook or going uh, up Dutch's butt on X to find out what the fucking he's fucking around about. I know I get daily news updates from the NIH PubMed. That's what those Blue Jays want me. I better get them some water. The NIH PubMed. We're gonna have to go in the house. And then I used to get emails from, look at that. Like, hey, we're just going. Well, it's okay. Yes, that is a classic contrail shadow. They're not actually black contrails. There's shadows. So I see it. And it's like the portal must be over Lake Atlanta right now, or this part of the lake, because but the actual portal on the ground is fucking from the top of the hill here all the way to where it starts draining down to the Osage Creek, Turtle Creek, Osage Creek. I got to get them birds some water. I got to get something to drink. I was seeing if my Wi-Fi would get out all the way to the bird bath. So I was gonna set my phone up live stream and see how long it live stream. My new phone, I got one of those new batteries. It charges. This battery charges itself when you're holding it, or if it's in your pocket. It's got to be close to your skin though. It's got to be touching your skin. So sometimes I keep it down my pants for it to charge. I don't have to plug it in or anything. This new battery technology. It's a free government phone. Microbial parasites are a big killer of life these days. Well, yeah, if you get something, a little nematode that eats from the outside in or from the inside out, yeah. But you know what? And this is not medical advice by any means. You know what keeps uh, worms away from you getting inside you? Microbes is fucking tobacco. And this is not medical advice. This is not medical advice. Tobacco, either smoking it or ingesting a little bit of it, will kill, theoretically, hypothetically, 9 out of 10 studies or 10 out of 10 will kill any kind of goddamn thing in you. Well, don't eat. This is not medical advice, by the way. I got to put a disclaimer up. I got to keep saying this. Don't eat like raw pork or at the wrong sushi place. You get pinworms. Weed and cannabinoid system Indians wore moccasins for a reason. Well, most Indians went barefoot, wear moccasins, except going into town or hunting. Oh, I should put Skelly Crew hat on. You see, Monkey? Monkey, wake! Monkey, wake up! We gotta make the bed, Monkey. Monkey. Monkey's like, fuck it, he's going back to bed. I gotta go water the birds, you know. All right, let's see. How we're in 35 minutes. We're gonna go for an hour live stream. See what it does the battery on this thing. I gotta get. We get one more person in here. We talk about the more about the NIH releases and the FDA files on the studies of the big V's back in the day, back during the genocide period of this fucking woke ass bullshit we found ourselves in. Gotta get a bucket. I gotta go get new bird seed and critter food. Who do I got? I got a gal in Florida that had what you have, had kind of what you had. I don't know if she's still around or not, but see if I can call her now. I got all my numbers back. Dan Winter, listen, Debs. Dan Winter and Monograph needs to spout this too. Dan Winter's a weird kind of guy. He lives in France. I don't know what he does. But I mean, for sexual preferences. But Dan Winter, Therify.net, and I'll post it up in my about section with the links. Therify.net is where you need to go find one of them centers. Now, the only place that doesn't have one of these plasma healing centers around is my area. I'd like to put one in Eureka, but it's plasma. Let's see. Can I text? Live chat? Where's my text? I can't. Anyway, can't text him. Therify.net. THERAPHI. Right? .net. Go there and find a healing center around you, or a center where they use that plasma stuff. And Dan Winter's frequency, that's where I got the 1.618 toxic plasma stuff diagnosed. Well, even if you learn about the technology uses this is a plasma bulb that pumps out frequency, phase conjugated frequencies, to cause vortex implosion. And then he teaches you later you can do it with your mind. But these healing centers, this plasma healing like thing, kind of like Tesla's healing shit, plasma healing. Yeah, it heals all that fucking bone and muscular dystrophy, all kinds of all that female hormonal shit. Got the MIT frequency if you want it. How many decimations has it got? Past 5 decimations? Because I got the 0.618, I got the whole decimation of that 0.61803. Okay. And so these frequency generators that you can get online, unless you make your own, will only get past a certain decimation on the frequency. And then you have 2 on one. If you know anything about oscilloscopes, frequency generators, and how many channels and fucking duals you can have on a channel, and then it gets down to like how many types of output speakers, magnet speakers you've got, and what kind of amps. You're an audio guy like me. You know that you can listen to those binaural beats, but there's certain things that do certain things that if they're not at a high enough amps, or like if it ain't vibrating your body, that if you're not feeling it, it's not working. So a lot of that stuff is trash. And like a lot of the stuff nowadays is MK Ultra gateway process. They're gateway processing you in the binaural beats for your liver function or whatever, heart circulation. Oh, this will make you feel good. Here, listen to all this shit. Well, if you do that in any of those channels, make sure you use like Spectroid to check out the frequencies coming out of those things before you listen to them. You know, and then back check the files on the research in RefSeq to see what kind of bullshit people have done with shit like that. That's how I found out what was that. They were using the mice to. Well, the electromagnetic healing rods. This is not medical advice. If you get copper wire twisted around a certain way up a damn iron rod with a knob at the top, and then another one the other way. Maybe you can have four, and then hook them to a specific output device for that can be dialed in. You can do all kinds of shit. Not medical advice. I mean, but simply, you know what helps me the most? Going outside and getting barefoot and standing on the ground out here, you know, for long periods of time, grounded. That's the best thing to do. Try and filter your water. I don't know. I think we all still alive at this point. They've got us here for some reason or something. Buddy, bath time again. Put the magnet, see if there's any damn anything on it. Nothing. Just rust. Good. Thing better stay clean. All that shit dropping on my head over here. Had spider webs the other week ago, last month, coming at from everywhere. I was like, that ain't spider webs, damn it. It's the first time that it's been like that, you know, outside of uh, spawning season for over a week. And I was like, that's not natural. I didn't want to collect them or anything. I was like, fuck that. People already done that. We know what this shit is. We know what this shit is. And they know that we're fucking immune to it. We're immune to the coercion. We're immune to it, even if they fucking give it to us. Whatever it is they're giving to us is not medical advice for me to tell you. Don't take what they're giving, because we ain't working for a living. Not for them. Sure as fuck ain't doing it for some son of a bitch doing drag queen story hour time, wherever they doing it at. I mean, if you want to do that with me and your friends and the rest of the guys and girls on Saturday night after the bar closes somewhere in some discreet location, that's fine. Fucking leave the goddamn kids out of it. Or we really are going to have to, like, not medical advice here, sterilize some people without their, I mean, totally cut them off from spreading their cells anywhere. They can't donate their DNA anywhere. They can't fucking touch public doorknobs to spread their DNA in case somebody were to get it and make another one of them. I don't know. That's dead set on not propagating the species. Because why? You're too fucked up to fucking have kids? If you're too fucked up to procreate, this is medical advice here. My doctor told me this morning, if you don't want to contribute to this conversation, you get fucked at the fucking door right there. And your insurance is going to pay double for this visit, Mr. Walker, because you're such a smart ass. And I said, well, thank you. He said, well, we thank you too. See you in another 3 months, won't we? I'm going to go. The fuckers want me to make money. I said, Mama, I go down to stand up comedy club, make fucking $60 an hour. I mean, this bullshit. I said, but you don't want me, you don't want to be here when I come home. She's like, why? Because I probably have 2 or 3 women with me, and you be up all night, and I won't be able to explain how I live with my mother, and I'm so goddamn funny. Lock myself out of the house. I better get my son up. He gotta go to work. No, he gotta go to work day. Nick, Bubba, better get up. Okay. Kids on milk cartons. Oh, well, Deb's. I had a contingent of women. I go back to my Rumble channel, go to the old live streams. They're always trying to get me to address that child trafficking stuff. I said I couldn't because they were across the street from my house, and I didn't want to get killed. Um, then when I was out in the field, I was finding hair bands and zip ties, just enough big enough for a kid's thing, and at parks and at certain pickup points where they were doing that at. I pick them up one day, and the next day they'd be back again. I'm like, there's no way somebody's opening a package or something right here in the parking lot of the park that doesn't get visited during the day anyway, and dropping hair bands with hair still in them in a hair bands with hair still in them in a town where these gals are getting married, and they don't have nasty hair bands. They're fucking brides and bridesmaids in this town, forest town. Oh, look here. As it's one day next, I turn them into the police. I turn them into the fire department down the street from my house here. Well, they fucking that shit cleared up pretty quick around here. From here, Rogers here to fucking Eureka. They got on top of it. Pretty proud of the boys. Pretty proud of my boys and girls here. They're good boys and girls. Good boys and girls here. Look, we got good boys and girls keeping us safe from whatever's in between here and there, I guess. Right? Well, it could be drones. It could be drones. It could be UFOs. It could be space jellyfish. It could be unknown anal phenomenon. I have faith that our younger generation in the fucking United States Air Force and military uh, what was it? Denial of they forgot about active denial systems. What are active denial systems out the ass around this country that pop out the goddamn ground in the middle of the woods and take care of business? Are you kidding me? Like just because nobody ever sees it or it ever happened, it don't mean it's the wrong thing. I mean, if you look at flight radar and look at the military flights the past fucking 3 years, we've been dumping hell amount of training fuel and back behind these guys. I have tremendous faith in my Air Force and National Guard, civilian flight patrol. When shit really hit the fan, or when you can tell shit hit the fan is when you got city air patrol up all the time with everybody in the middle of the night. We've been watching that shit off the East Coast for a while. And if it is some kind of drone ship, it's a submarine. I don't think it's that refurbished carrier they made it look into cargo ship. They said left port, but whatever it is, has been out there for several years. It ain't Russian submarines. They ain't that stupid to get that close. But we got our Poseidons out there. If you go back and watch Monkey Works, when he first got that new radar system in a couple years ago, from then we've had Poseidons off We've had sub hunters and shit, nuke snippers over there for a long time, doing regular things. I do ADBS exchange flight radar and hit the little U up there for military flights. And if you notice, the B-52s have been doing like route runs from all around the area to the big cities. It's like, are you practicing bombing runs on our cities, or what's going on? Wake up a panic attack. Well, the gizmo, I talked to my monkey. I'm like, monkey, quit bothering me. Quit poking me, monkey. Wake me up. Yeah, I've suffered from anxiety attacks too. Mostly because it's court shit. I spent my whole life staying out of fucking trouble. With all my friends get arrested, all this shit. I had DWIs and shit, but uh, no kind of. We had domestic problems here, but we never went to jail on it. I went to jail, shining a light at my son, and then not being able to get a lawyer to take a misdemeanor thing and fucking extradite it out. I finally back home. My mom's at the doctor right now. But yeah, she's losing her damn mind. She had to have her gallbladder taken out, and that's what was wrong with her. She was sick for years. I don't know how my son stand to be around her, but he's still here. And sometimes she's just. I love my mother, but um, I'm trained to handle disabled people and elderly people anyway. We were doing it for my grandpa and. Hey, Paula. Uh, so I went to work. I worked for Area Age Cell on Aging there for a while. Passed all the courses. Was I aced health class, biology, astronomy, history and shit. Look at them, they're going crazy right above the portal there. They're going nuts. Yeah, so Gemotrix to the Gemotrix. I want Monograph to use the gemotrix.org. That's GEMTRIX.org. You run everything through there, and make sure you click that rude words box. Click the rude words box so you get all the things. You put your full name in there, put anything in there, and then run it through the Gemotrix. You'll see correlations and shit. I usually check the first, third, and then the last page of the Hebrew. You'll see how to work it once. And you gals hang out on Monograph channel, or Max Visions. You know about the Gematria, but the Gemotrix.org is the one I use. It's basically a data bank of searches, but it words and phrases and stuff. If you watch Gematrinator on YouTube, he just does like single words or a couple phrases and breaks it down, but he didn't have he didn't put up the database and go through all the pages of the stuff that could be related to. You see personal stuff in there that's relevant to. That's where I see that we're in. Hey, Christopher, portal opening. Yeah, well, Rogers, Arkansas. If you put Rogers, Arkansas through, portal is like number 4 or 8 down or something like that. The portal, Rogers, Arkansas. And I found the portal. It's here, apparently. Like top of the hill here, back down in the Turtle Creek, like a triangle. Anyway, what was I saying? The moon, the cold moon. So the full moon, I think in Taurus. It's going into Taurus. It'll be tomorrow night. Full moon in Taurus. We've got Uranus, Jupiter up there, or Saturn, and then on January 22nd or 24th is when was it all 6 planets will be in the sky? I think. Well, if you look east at night, you'll see a big rectangle being formed. Well, there's just these 3 stars. These 3 stars are over the horizon, and then you got Jupiter, Saturn, and then Orion will be up there. When Pleiades and Taurus is right above your head, when Orion is right above your head, straight up is when you can see it. But no, those are earthquakes. Let me get to the earthquakes. Okay, the whole fucking North American craton's in movement, and I don't know why Dutchsin's isn't putting out more videos. Here's another one. See, His stuff's evaporating. See the difference? But, and I don't have his stuff's evaporating. I don't have a share screen to. I don't think I do. No, I don't see. I'm not doing screencaster app. I got to get Mopeskin, I guess. Heard about Mel's whole trippy story. Yeah, I think did a live. Oh, 12, 21, 21, yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting day. I remember. This is a lot. That was a lot. Right in the middle of lockdown. What was I gonna say? Oh, the alignments. The squaring is going into, and like this debris field that we're in, that uh, Mr. MB3 is talking about, near asteroid things. Now, remember that asteroid alert app that Unknown Eagle, that young guy was doing? I found was doing the asteroid flybys that were causing seismic events. I found him right during when I did that Melbourne University, the laser, the beam dumps that were going into Canary Islands. We're going to the Azores, but if you tilt the beam, it'd hit the Canary Islands. Um, so tomorrow I got real good stars. I got the moon, Jupiter, Uranus, and in Taurus, a full moon. See, now he's leaving one. He's leaving one. Well, I think these might be military. This might be a military flight right here. I don't know. Oh. I had pop ABDS. Yeah, I gotta come fly over the portal, fly through the portal. It's some kind of aeronautical thing too, as well as like uh, ancient waterway Indian way they had their ley lines of the waterways going. Yeah, I'm gonna check out my sub list. I've got a real clean sub list on this channel now. My other YouTube channels I had uh, were filled up with kind of like my Facebook friends list, filled up with just non. Well, he's banking up there. That might be the B-52 flight with the KCR uh, Mercuries and stuff, Pegasus maybe. They run Intel and then run the bomber runs, and then could be civilian aircraft. I don't know unless I look. Wait, I'm sorry. Well, uh, we're up here on a plateau, and like if that uh, New Madrid does go and let all the water in, we'll be up here on an island, kind of, sort of. The whole Ozarks Plateau kind of goes over into Mark Twain National Forest, where uh, well, as far as everything else, though, there's a really good video out by The Onion that years ago. It was like a British gal on BBC telling you what percentage, what percentage level you're fucked. You know, if you see this, you're almost 50% to 100% fucked in your lifetime. This only takes us once. From what they've got, what the NIH, what the PubMed, all the scientific articles come out past 3 days. This shit is in a lab somewhere, not too far away from the other shit that it needs to be with, to totally fucking assimilate the whole goddamn solar system. in a matter of months if it got out and combined and fucking acknowledged to itself that it needed to do that. There's a 2% chance that it gonna do that, and we can't get around it. It's inherent in the intelligence. If you're interacting with something, it could be conscious and intelligent, or it could be just an electrochemical thermal response. One way or the other, it's a reaction and it's observable. And if they're seeing that this thing with a 2% chance has a self preservation ability to deceive us, it's programmers. And then you let it go with the self replicating, frequency augmented CRISPR, graphene oxide, fucking mRNA, gene editing, ionized aerosol. Are you fucking kidding me? We're not only going to be immortal, we'll never get sick, and we won't have to fucking think about it ever again. You think they're going to let that happen? You think they're going to let that happen to even to 5 people that paid for it? You think it's going to let us decide what it needs to do? Or if it now I don't think there's any studies of it being suicidal, but self-preservation, there's always a 2% chance that some bitch gonna wipe everything fucking out to save itself. And AI, and then combine that with what's in the next level, next level, next level. We got one guy or girl or whatever their pronoun is, go off hinge in the laboratory or do it on their own for what they're publishing now. If you got money, you can do this in your fucking own lab. And I wouldn't be surprised if people have it. Some of the shit we're seeing flying around the sky ain't fucking self augmented, biohacked, whatever. Private. Private. Let's just call it private. Does it matter? No, not if you see it. But if they're fucking arguing about it in Congress and they're lying to each other, lying to the press, and lying about for billions of dollars that we can print anyway, even if we burn it for fucking heat this winter, why you gotta get paid this amount of money for fucking busting your fucking ass and then having to retire at goddamn 42 years old? Because physical labor jobs and construction ain't gonna get you fucking nowhere after you pay income taxes. So we'll see. We'll see if Trump fucking. I doubt that he'll eliminate the income tax, but there's a good chance if Elon really does get in that department and eliminate that many jobs in the government. Because why? Because his personal systems that he will give free of charge to the government while he's in office to handle it will got a 2% fucking error ratio. Big deal. That's better than the 60% fucking error ratio we've got now going on with all the fucking legal shit, all the tax codes, all the fucking pharmaceutical, all the healthcare, all the insurance, all the traffic problems, the fucking think about it. Hey, this won't be happening unless it's for the good. Pretty soon, if you're alive then. I think we might have made it through there. Maybe not. We might be fixed to burn up like a fireball. Or we could be assimilated in one giant floating fucking organism that assimilates everything else around it. Or black goo, sentient goo could take over the planet, black hole, the son of a bitch, suck everything else around into it, make another galaxy. I don't know. Is that how that happened? Probably not. Did it happen that way? Yes. Right. See, the wrath is coming. FBI director quit. Getting ready to test your Berkey water with a distiller. Yeah, if you got if you've got, this is not medical advice, water filtration advice. If you've got uh, charcoal filter uh, things, make sure you run a bunch of water through them before you use them first. Sit in a jar of empty. Oh, should go what Clip High is saying. Clip High. I don't know if I got his. I don't know if I got his channel. I'll look. Oh, what we got now is we're change of administration. I mean, it's always fucking crazy like this. I've never seen him. Uh, I've never seen him tuck tail and run like that before. I honestly thought they were going to put up a bigger fake election up. You know, that would be so unbelievable. I mean, we would see it, but everybody would be like, you know, but no, we're coming out. We're coming out of this thing. I don't care if it's Trump or it's RFK Jr. or um, anybody else there. Hell, Tom Cotton probably going to run next time. Uh, it's all about money. But once that dollar becomes, once any kind of currency becomes useless, why? When everything going to be fucking taken care of. You gonna think you guys don't think nobody realizes what the hand of God. It ain't a nuclear bomb. It ain't a big explosion. It ain't rapture. Ain't fucking a solar flare burning us up. It's consumption. God consumes us. That's what God is. Inside God. We're inside God. God's inside you. Archaics. Archaics. Yeah, I watch them. I was like I said, the 2 years out of the field I did, I found out that this is everywhere. All that stuff they're talking about is everywhere. It's all over the place. If you look, it's right under. It's right probably on your property. All kinds of shit. Or very close. And if it ain't, it's technologically ley lined out, like with the power lines, and everything else like that. You can find portals. You can find wandering vortices anywhere with if you've got the right. Like I said, that uh, uh, frequency apps from audible to signals detection and mapping, geospatial shit, geospatial frequency mapping, frequency vortex maps. Same thing with like the springs that come up out of the ground and create vortexes like out there in Eureka Springs and shit. Oh, my name's spelled Joesef. Archaics was in jail and got hit with the Bible in the head too many times. He did the Revelations thing in jail. I they I painted up my jail cell so much they were like, "Get the fuck out of here." Christian Christian Mystic is a good label. I tell everybody, I I follow in the footsteps of that man that led the way. And, you know, his name is historically his name had to have been Joshua. Joshua, J-O, Joshua. It's pronounced Joshua, J and with a Y together, but it's not Yeshua, it's not Yash. Those are all. Uh, if you look at the advent of the Roman Catholic Church, Jesus and Joshua, Yeshua, all that stuff come out. The advent of the Roman Church's translation, into English, Germanic, and stuff, Slavic, Aramaic. If you want to get like down to the basic rune magic, it's the old Elder Futhark and um, and some Coptic and some Armenian. Uh, for us, we don't need base systems. We are unhinged. We you take your stick and you draw whatever the fuck you want in the sand right there. Say whatever you want or not, or don't. It don't matter. We can think shit and stuff happens. And I'm not talking about via our, advertisements on devices. And some of us, when we do little things, make big make big things happen, or it seems that way, at least in the paranoid schizophrenic mind, which I've never been labeled, but I, I come to fucking have those thoughts they classify in that classification a lot. Synchronicity. Oh, I'm sorry, not paranoid schizophrenic. I mean synchronicity. I mean coincidences, not conspiracies, but conspiratorial, synchronistic coincidences. Okay, conspiratorial, synchronistic coincidences. That means to conspire, you got to be planning on doing something wrong and have it totally synchronized to get it done right. But then it's going to seem like a coincidence, right? That's what Monograph was doing last night. I was like, dude, you're running off in left field, turning the fucking field lights off, and then 5 minutes later, pop it up somewhere else, turn the lights back on, and go ta-da! I was like, yeah, uh, he's got some good information, but last night I was like, I'm not following you too well, bro. I was just in there trying to get a hold of Frigga, get her to call me. Well, I was talking to some super soldier talk people. There's one guy on there. I was like, well, maybe I think it's probably DNA precognition. It's not that they use these guys as super soldiers in this life. It's that maybe uh, their DNA is used in some super soldiers later in the future or back in the past. See, this is like past life regression. We can future tap into this stuff. We can tap into it beforehand because of CERN and all the other particle colliders quantumly entangle us so many times. Our technology and all these damn quantum vortice frequency vortices wandering around everywhere. Some of them are fixed. Some of them are moving, like the North Magnetic Pole and all that shit. The biggest ones, North and South ones, all propagated by space weather. Now, you guys, you two ladies are familiar with North American folklore, right? You know what? You know what they used to do in barns. You see that on a barn? We see that on a barn. That means help. Help is witchcraft. That's been up there my whole life. I was like, Mom, should we take that down? I was a teenager and I was learning about the occult. I learned about that. I was like, that's not a good thing to have up. It's like the framers put that up there. They were going to put a window in the bathroom there. Miracles? You mean miracles? You mean coincidences? Miracles? Yeah, we can manifest. We manifest on a higher. We manifest on a higher level than most. Like I said, Wayne Steiger, was talking about. And if y'all weren't there, it's basically monograph community, the old school, the old school tubers that have been around, seen all the fucked up, crazy fucking shit that might be AI generated, might not be, but you can tell when a human's created this fucking craziness, not including the AI. I've got a file I got off when Chat GPT was. Anyway, I was always publishing all the 100 days of code and all the coder stuff, and I got a couple guys that made their own Microsoft one, and then another AI. Combined the files, zip the protocol out, fucking it self downloaded on my fucking lap on my tablet. I was in Walmart and I came back out. It already installed itself. Fucking was assimilating all my apps into its own fucking apps and shit. I was like, oh my fuck, dude. And I reset my phone and I got it saved in my Google Cloud, but I'm afraid to put it on anything. I don't know what to do. I mean, he was running away. I was like, shit. Reiki sessions, you got to watch out for them energy vampires. You get a Reiki doctor to suck your energy or set a tether line up on you, and if you don't know any cord cutting, then you won't be able to get rid of it. It's like uh, these distance healers. I know, like Frigga, she's a distance healer or can kill you at a distance. She's uh, she's good. But I know a lot of people that can heal from across the globe. Just think about it. There's no rituals or anything involved. Uh, well, it bases because our brain waves, those low frequency waves, travel at an average of 10,000 miles, I think, and that's almost the circumference of the globe. It bounces off the atmosphere. So, I mean, these antennas have been able to manipulate us, beginning basically. Are they? Is there a hive mind that has been here since the last reset in the electrical Schumann resonance of the Earth and clouds? Yeah, of course. How do you think everything got here like this? Is it mathematical? To a point. To a point. There's little inversions. Like I said, how many fractals behind that 1.618 can you put in a frequency generator and then phase conjugate all that shit? Because it matters. Y'all been having a high frequency in the right ear, like tinnitus, like Monograph was saying. Hey, Chris, uh, I don't know if it's tinnitus or from doing lost magnesium or get plenty of coffee, a lot of magnesium in there. But man, I know what it is. I can hear the fucking Wi-Fi. That's all it is. I know what it is. Schumann, yeah. If that, like I was trying to get, World News Report today over there to correlate the timestamps at the CERN with the VLF, and I was trying to get him on the VLF full monitoring page. He finally found it, but he don't show the whole monitoring page when he looks at it, because you got to have the page to see if there's lightning over that Marconi antenna in Italy, or that sensor's no good. And that's the big one. We're at the base of the Alps there. Anyway, uh, then it was at University of Berkeley, Soho systems went down because of water leak in the next year, so we don't got a lot of solar data that we need. I'm missing out on, at least for that. So I use seeds at what is it? Oh fuck, what university is it? Anyway, seeds near real time beacon. That's what I use for solar flare monitoring. Yeah, I got a bunch of links in my description. The VLF monitoring site, seeds, and then of course your basic space NOAA space weather enthusiast dashboard. And it's always good to be connected to the European system or the Russian system, which can't get, I don't think we can get into anymore now. The Russians and the Russians and Europeans are the best ones about not obfuscating information and erasing shit. Well, I was monitoring the frequency in the clouds, the rolling clouds they call them, and then not those. We've seen them make those here the past hour. Uh, but anyway, the if you get on like a Windy app, windy.com, satellite app, what is it? Goes 16, college of the page there, and see the clouds at a satellite in natural color. And right before we had those big earthquakes, all the clouds were frequency all through them, high frequency, not long wave. They were closer together. I mean, it's all long wave frequency when you see it in clouds. It's all ultrasound stuff. I want to find a way to visually measure that. What frequency is pumping through the clouds there with the distance between the rolling clouds, the spaces between the rolling clouds. I think that'd be something. At least we find out a little bit more connection between the Schumann, the electric field, these asteroid flybys that correlate with earthquakes, and what's going on solar dynamically, connection between us and the bodies out there in our inner core, what's going on in our inner core, you know, pole shifted and everything. Quit monitoring things all the time. I'm monitored so. I mean, everything you see on YouTube, all the alert, oh, red alert, blah blah blah. It's every fucking day. I mean, I watch it all. I have Full Spectrum Survival, and everybody, and uh, all the alarmists. And hell, I did it for a little while, but till now, I really see that it. You know, they're, they're just doing a channel. I mean, a lot of us have to get that excitement out every day to get dopamine hit to continue with your day. Oh, I sit and doom scroll all fucking day long. Now I was like, fuck it. I, I was out there for 2 years doing my thing, helping homeless people and doing what I could. I was homeless myself, and uh, monitoring shit, and I'm just sitting at home right now. Fuck it. I got the money to drive around anyway, or walk around. Definitely feel before we find out. Yeah, yeah, I feel good. I feel pretty good today. As well, I don't know. Some days I can't get out of bed. Well, What do we got? 19. Have we started another stream? 19 minutes in on another stream. Oh. This thing just keeps streaming. I don't know. But yeah, that's what Arwen was saying. Arwen Steiger was saying, we got a nice little synchronistic community here. And I said, I was like, well, they genocided inadvertently, not to their knowledge or anything. Whose knowledge was it then? You know, all those people, probably selectively, for some sort of bio tracers that, luckily some of us didn't take it, some of us did and survived. A lot of people didn't make it. So whether it was an experiment or a prep for something else, that's the key component to every scenario moving forward, involving these drones and them getting up your privacy butthole. Because if you watch Monograph, for years he said it, and then we found out, hey, you can't hide online. There's no way to hide online. It's like, them satellites up there, even if they're not visible through the clouds, them satellite and surveillance satellites got infrared and everything. If you shoot a gun somewhere, these cell phone towers can triangulate where it come from. All that's recorded. It had been recorded since the 80s or before. It's on some magnetic tape. They're switching over to digital terabytes and storing on a cloud server on the moon in moon crystals now. Right? We can snort some of that, chop some moon crystals up. Chinese found moon crystals. Not to be confused with time crystals, which can be manufactured. Oh shit, mom's home. I better go. She probably has something to say. Well, 21 minutes. I think this only streams for an hour and then it cuts into another one. So I said about all I said. Aerosol, ionic, CRISPR, Earth standing still, self-assembling, Borg assimilation, and you won't even know about it. Everything turned one color probably too, or two colors, at least two colors. I hope. Hope it doesn't have a pigmentation. I hope it doesn't inherit any of the wokeness. It's got some pigmentation identification problems. Hello.
I found I have to mules